of course. Time now is 6:39 on a nice Wednesday morning, and fortunately the temperatures are favorable. I mean, we're not experiencing triple digits on this first week back to school for thousands of students.
That's right. The past couple of days we've just been slightly above average. Like, yeah, it's been hot, but newsflash, it gets hot in Georgia in the summertime. but yeah, we're not talking about it feeling like the triple digits, at least today, across central Georgia. But out to the west, man, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, they've been in the thick of it. Here's a live look over downtown Macon. We've got temperatures in the 70s this morning across central Georgia. Also looking at a dry radar picture, nothing really to speak of. 72 in Macon and in Warner Robins, 73 waking up in Cochran this morning, 75 in Gordon, 70 in Monticello, 71 in Forsyth, 72 in Roberta, 74 in Montezuma, and 75 in Cordele. Here are the dew points. It's humid. Caitlin verified that for us this morning. 75 down in Americas. Doesn't get much worse than that. We go to the future view today. A couple scattered showers in and around central Georgia by the time we get to the afternoon hours. Maybe a storm or two mixed in, but I wouldn't lock in on that just yet. I don't think we're going to have a ton of instability to work with today, which is why the storm threat's going to be limited if it's even able to get going by the time we get to the peak heating of the day. Regardless, what we do see goes away through the overnight hours, and we've been talking about it all morning. Beginning tomorrow morning and lasting through Friday evening, there's a tremendous amount of uncertainty in our forecast because it's the time of year where we get these systems called MCSs, and the models have a very hard time handling them. So we're going to play this forward, and you're going to see we're going to be looking at a line of storms potentially on Thursday around 4 p.m., but that could be in the morning, that could be overnight. In fact, last night's model run had a big line of storms overnight Thursday into Friday. You can see now we're not seeing that so much. In fact, nothing here in central Georgia. You compare this to just 12 hours ago and it had a big line of red coming through central Georgia. So just know that tomorrow and Friday we could be looking at rounds of storms across central Georgia. There's Friday at 11, and then that's new. You can see one wave of storms Friday night. So we'll just throw a quarter up in the air and see which side it lands on in terms of an hour-by-hour forecast for Thursday and Friday. Then into the weekend, I think we'll just remain unsettled across central Georgia. The European, generally speaking, is more wet than the GFS. As of now, we've got a 40% chance of rain for both Saturday and Sunday. A check of the tropics this morning. We do have a 10% chance of development. That is down from 80% just 2 days ago. So just a reminder, whenever you see those 70, 80, 90% numbers, that's not necessarily a slam dunk that these storms are going to develop. In terms of the rain chances, 40% for tomorrow, 60% for Friday, and then back to 40% for Saturday and Sunday. It's the first day of school for a handful of districts. Putnam, Baldwin, Houston, Pulaski, Dodge, and Treutlen counties all headed back to school today. Expect a high temperature right around 92, a mix of sun and clouds with a few showers, maybe a storm or two mixed in as well. So sunrise here in the next few minutes at 6:49 this morning. The heat index, it is going to be noticeable at times today, feeling like the low to mid 90s across central Georgia. Your weekend forecast, I've got 94 for Saturday, 95 on Sunday with a 40% chance of storms both days. There's your 7-day, 89 on Friday with a 60% chance of storms. Now, our high temperature there is going to be highly dependent on those storms, so if we don't get them when we are expecting them, then it'll get a bit hotter, looking at mid 90s returning for the weekend. Let's send things back down to Houston County and Veterans High School.